Hello there and welcome back to this video series on programming for problem solving using C language. After watching this video, you'll be able to specify what is a pointer variable in C language. It is highly desirable that you watch video 23 once again before you go any further into this video. We have seen scanf statement several times. The scanf has a syntax as shown over here. The %f within double quotes is a string and it is called a format specifier. And this &h is used to have the value entered by the user to go into the variable age. Okay. So what the scanf statement does is it waits for the user to enter some input. That input better be of the type float, real value with a decimal point. That value, when the user presses enter, goes into the address given by here. This ampersand operator, unary operator, is read as address of. Okay. The unary operator is called address of. It is to be read as address of. So what this scanf does is it takes the value entered by the user on the keyboard and places that value into the location whose address is &h. Okay. Other than the scanf, there are situations where we want addresses to be stored in a variable. Such variables may be called address variables. In C language, address variables are called pointers. Okay. So pointers are variables that store addresses. Just like you have integer variables, character variables, floating variables, there are integer pointers, that is pointers that can hold addresses of integer variables, pointers that can hold addresses of floating point variables, and so on. So we may define pointers for each data type. But amidst all this, we need to remember pointers are just variables that store addresses of other variables. There are several other topics on of these pointers. We will see all of them in subsequent videos. Just remember that pointers are variables that store addresses of other variables. Let us see a small illustration here with three statements: int p and pointer paddr. This star here is to be read as pointer, so it is declaring two variables. The moment we say we are declaring a variable, we are talking of a name, a location, and an address. So this p is an automatic variable. That means it doesn't have any initial value. Whatever value it has is a garbage value, and similarly the same is the case here. Whatever is the value that this has is also a garbage value. So p is the name given to this memory location, and this memory location has an address. We said name, location, and address are three things that a variable has. This paddr is also an automatic variable, so it contains some garbage value. It is pointing to some address as given here. But the moment you said address of p is assigned to this variable, this points to p. That is, this address has become the address of p. Subsequently, when you say value at this address needs to be 56, p is assigned a value 56 because the address of p is this. This appears to be a bit roundabout way of saying it, but if you kind of use it for in several examples, it becomes very clear and you might find it handy at quite a few situations. Okay. Then we will see that this star, unary star operator, is read as pointer in declaration and read as value at in other situations when you are assigning or when you are using it, accessing it. This is a small program given over here which kind of uses pointer in an elementary way. Either you say p or star p address, that is value at address, both are one and the same. Okay, so let us kind of summarize what we have seen close this video. This ampersand operator is address of, and unary star operator when declaring is called pointer, when accessing or in assignment value end. Once again, remember that pointers are variables that contain addresses of other variables. That's all we have for now. Have a great day.